Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how the social media side of things works, and this is a bit different because with our system obviously you've got preloaded content, so that's content we've created for you, and we've also got an inbuilt social media scheduler for you, so that all automates the whole process. So this is where you get quite a lot of time savings. So the first thing you want to do to find the campaigns with social media is to click marketing campaigns. So those are all the ones that contain the social media, and all our social media will fall under one of these campaigns. So let's jump into the fibromyalgia campaign. Now you know obviously already we've discussed that all the files that you need for this campaign are on this right hand side in this media contents box, so you can find all of the other associated content that goes with this campaign. But the social media you will find under here. Now this assumes that you've been through the video to connect your social networks and also to add your branding, because both of those are important with the social media. The branding is important because it appears on the bottom of your campaign success and sign up pages. So let me explain about those first. So every campaign also has a success and a sign up page. So these are lead sign up pages. This is an example of the fibromyalgia one. And because we know what content we've created for you, we're able to write all of this for you, and this will have your branding on down here. And the idea is that somebody fills out their details and they will then be redirected to the success page, which features all of the different leaflets in that particular campaign. And if you share these links or they view these links, these will all be branded with your branding on the bottom of them. So this is why it's important to have done that part before. So that's an important part to mention, those success page and sign up pages. You can use those links for all sorts of different things. You can use them as part of a paid ad if you'd like to. You can send people directly to the success page. I recommend that you do that in your emails, for example, your nurture emails. I don't recommend that you give them all away necessarily in your social posts, because obviously that's a lot of value to be giving away, and if you give it away in your email it's fine because you've already got the email address of the people you're giving it to. So that's kind of, I'll explain a bit more about that when we go into the social posts. So that's a slightly different feature. We've built those pages for you, they're hosted by us, we take care of all of that, they're all optimized, they're tested constantly, so there's lots of useful functionality there. But let's go to the social posts. This is where you will find them under that second step in the process. The info, as you will probably already know by now, tells you all about the piece of content and what's contained in it and where you can find everything, so that's useful. But all the social posts are underneath this social section. First of all, you need to select which social networks you want to post to, and if you'll see there that if it hasn't been connected under the your profile and social networks sections, then it will show you that message saying, oops, you haven't linked your Twitter account, please go and do it. So we toggle on the social networks that you want to post these posts to, and then let's go into a post and take a look at the anatomy of a post. So you will see that we have, the first thing that you will see is a call to action. Now every social media post needs a call to action. That said, there is a call to action there which is just a value post, no link. I'll probably rephrase that to no link, just a value post. But that means that when that's sent out, there won't be any link attached to it. If you choose any of these others, then they will link to whatever it is that you've asked to link to. Now let's briefly explain. I try and encourage people to use a 9:1 ratio, so there's 9 value posts to 1 promotional post. And the promotional posts are these two at the bottom, the link to the email lead collection page, because you're asking people to go and give you their email address, or book a discovery call. To me, they are slightly more promotional in your benefit posts. The rest of these are all value-based. So the first one is linked to an individual leaflet, and you will see that when you select that, it will give you the leaflets in this particular campaign to choose from. You can link to the success page, which is that page that has got all the different leaflets on them. That's the other call to action. There's the external web page, so that will let you put a URL. That could be to a blog post or a useful resource somewhere on the web, and that's where you would put that link. The fourth post, as we mentioned, is a no link, just a value post. Now these links, or no links, are posted out when the social media post goes out. So don't worry, you won't see any merge field, nothing will appear in here, but it will happen automatically when the social media post is sent to your social networks. And then you've got those two that we mentioned, the link to the email lead collection page. So that was that page, and that will all happen automatically when you choose that. And the other one was book a discovery call, and that will give you an option to put a booking URL to your calendar in there to book a call. So that's basically how that works. Now I have given you some suggested posts. Now remember, we've been creating social media now for quite a few years, so some of these may be a little bit dated. The newer campaigns will be kind of more up to date. But if you like what is in that suggested post box and you're happy with that, then you can just click this copy to all, and that will copy to all of these different boxes. Same text, it will just pop in, and then it will drop whatever link it is that's appropriate into there as and when. However, we have now obviously integrated AI into Co-Kinetic, and you can now write for CTA. So if this box, because we didn't have these call to actions when we wrote this box, it was literally when we wrote this original text. So we didn't have all of these options to add these calls to action. So what we've done now is we use AI to write for the specific call to action that you have chosen. So if we put, for example, my booking calendar link in here, hopefully that will work. Pop. Let's just correct that. And then we've chosen book for a discovery call. We click write for CTA. The AI will go away and it will generate content saying book a discovery call, blah, blah, blah. You can edit all of this as you want to, schedule your call today, but it is specific, obviously, to that call to action that I've selected. And we've written these prompts in a lot of detail. We've tested a lot of different variations and iterations and refinements. So these are now working really nicely. But obviously you can edit anything that you want to in here, or you can change the call to action and just rewrite for CTA. So wherever you see this little sort of magic stardust emoji, then that means that there's AI involved in that. So you can change these to whatever you want it to do, click write for CTA, and it will alter the text accordingly. Once you're happy with that, you can just click adapt for networks, and again it will go off to the AI, and it will then rewrite those posts and do various things to make it more compatible with whatever social media post it is. Just as an aside, the Instagram posts, the link that is sent out, because the links, as I mentioned, are automatically appended onto the end of these posts when they're sent to the social networks. That all happens behind the scenes, so you don't need to worry about anything. You don't need to put insert any links in there. They will be added when they're posted. The Instagram post, it will post the link in the first comment, which is a fairly standard thing to do these days if you want to get a link in there. So that will happen all automatically. You don't need to worry about any of that. So you'll see that it's made some edits specifically for the network in mind. So Facebook, it's put some emojis in, it's put a few hashtags in. Twitter, it's cut it right down to something much smaller, and Instagram, it's put some more hashtags in. It's written it just with more of a vibe of Instagram in mind. You can, of course, obviously edit all of these, any of these, anytime. You've also got the option here when you select text to do some extra out-of-the-box things here, so you can simplify all these different options. There's a button behind here which is also Emojify. These are out-of-the-box functions that I haven't written, so the ones that we have written are these write for the CTAs and adapt for networks. These are straight out of the box of the toolbar that we're using, so just be aware of that. On that note, the write for CTA and the adapt for networks, the AI has there's a lot of good knowledge about each specific campaign. So not only does it have knowledge about the leaflets that are included, the resources that are included in the campaign, but we have also written very detailed briefing documents, context documents we call them, which set out patient demographics, different challenges, different psychographics, different issues that people will be, the knock-on effect of how that might be impacting their lives. It's got a very, very good understanding of each different condition or sports injury or whatever the topic of the campaign is. Every single context document, there's a different one obviously for every different campaign. So the AI has very specific knowledge about the content it's writing about. In the case of the individual leaflets, it can see the individual leaflets. So if you chose one of these and you wrote for CTA, it would specifically read that leaflet and write content that is specific to that leaflet. So it's got very good knowledge of the clinical content, the background of the potential patients, so that it makes the content very relatable and much more engaging. So that's just something that I needed to explain. Okay, so once you're happy with whatever you've got going on, you just click Save and Activate, or you can just click Save if you're not quite sure and you want to come back to it later. If you just click Save, it will give you an orange blinking light. If you Save and Activate, it will give you a green go little traffic light. And I want also just quickly to explain about Dingbats. We had a real problem trying to get the AI not to give away the answer in the suggested post text. So we have disabled the AI buttons for just Dingbats. So Dingbats are like catchphrase. It's a sort of say what you see. It's a video that communicates a kind of key message, something important about the condition or the sports injury or whatever it is that we're talking about in the campaign. And so this is fibro flare, and it's just a match burning, and it has fibro written. And these are really good at getting engagement from your customers. So we have, as I say, we've disabled the AI buttons so that you can only really use what we've given you already. The Dingbats are fairly new, so they will only appear in our newer campaigns. We will go back at some point and update some of the other campaigns. But that just to explain, in this particular case, what you would want to do is just do copy to all, and that will send that comment back across all of them. That's a nice relevant one, and it doesn't give anything away. It doesn't give the answer away. But the AI was terrible at giving answers away, so we had to disable those buttons on there. What else do I need to tell you about? If you see a little activate button like this, it means that you have run the campaign before and it is set up and ready to go. If you've done these in the past, like where I'm recording this now in October 2024, if you've run these campaigns kind of earlier than about September, I would recommend that you go through, because now that we've added these calls to action, which are really new, you may want to go in and update these posts. But if you've run these campaigns recently and you've used the calls to action, then this is a really quick way that you can just flick through and activate the posts without having to go into every single one and rewrite them and check them. So that's just a really nice little shortcut just to save you time. Once you are happy that everything is as it should be, then you can go into the campaign scheduler. And very briefly, these are designed really to run as a campaign. So we would kind of encourage you to go in and pick as many posts as you wanted to and run them and just let it get on with it, rather than run a handful of them, then let the campaign turn off and then go back and run some more. It will work fine, but it's not really designed to do that. It's really designed to be run all in one go. And you can come back and rerun them another time. You can run them as many times as you want. There's no limits on any of this. So that's just a point to make. Campaign scheduler is really, really easy. You just select a frequency. What I would mention is if you're starting it today, it does by default start today, and you click the 7 AM one a day one. Obviously we're past 7 AM. If you're past 7 AM, then that's not going to trigger. So it won't actually start till the following day. So that's just something to be aware of. Equally, the same goes for these. What I would normally suggest is you can maybe have a couple of different campaigns on the run and you've got them spread out maybe every sort of few days. You can go as far as every one a month, every 2 weeks, every week, whatever. So it's simple. It's been designed to be really quick for you to use. It's not designed to be anally retentive and be, oh, I want that post to go out at 7 o'clock that day and 4. It's designed to be quick and to help you get the job done as quickly as possible. Once you've decided on your post frequency, it will automatically calculate how many posts you've got that are green and ready to go, and it will calculate that end date for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And then you just hit activate campaign, and that is your campaign set up. You can walk away, leave it, and it will just get on with it. So that is the social media. I think that is everything that I need to explain to you. If you have any questions at all, obviously, pop them on the chat bot down here, and I will go and record a much quicker video just as a quick refresher. So just make sure you've watched this once, you're aware of how it all works, and then if you need to come back and need a bit of a refresher, I'll record that second video shortly. Cheers guys, hope you enjoy it.